What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Blue, and today I got another heater for y'all. I got all my settings placed out into 3 different sections. It's about the same as most streamers. It might be a little bit different, and with all of these settings, it's gonna be tweaked a little bit for you. You have to decide exactly what you think is best for your PC, because every PC is going to be different. These are just settings that works very well for me, and they should be good base settings for you to adjust and keep it around this. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So for the first section we have is game settings. This is going to be all of like your settings that are kind of just shown on the screen whenever you're playing the game. Of course English, of course random, you don't want to have the same thing going every time. This is going to be the quick item slots, which is going to be the top bar at the top of your screen. That's just going to want to be on always shown. That way you know your meds and health and all that good stuff. Stamina and stance is going to be in the bottom left. Your green is your stamina, and the top blue bar is going to be your aim stamina. You want that on always shown, that way you can know. Your health condition is going to be in the top left. This does not make it green, but it just shows your health condition at all times. That way you know if you have a black limb. The next thing, the polychrome is going to show it green, and that's going to make it a lot easier for you to know how hurt you really are, rather than just being solid gray. You want to keep your automatic RAM cleaner off and your physical cores off. They're not very good to have on. And the next thing I want to talk about is FOV. We're going to look at 50 FOV and then 75 FOV and talk about that. The difference in FOV means, you know, how much you can see, how fast it looks like you're running, stuff like that. I recommend to keep it in the middle because you can end up making your gun not accurate by having too high or low of an FOV, so I would just keep it around the middle. The next thing that I want to talk about is graphic settings. These are going to be settings that change the game not so much, but more so help with your frames and stuff along that line and just making it run a little bit smoother. For screen resolution, I keep mine on default. Aspect ratio, I like mine on 16.9, but if you want stretch res, I believe it's 1610. Don't quote me, I can figure that out for y'all if y'all like. Texture quality, I like mine on medium, but that's just because my GPU isn't very good. If you have a very good GPU, maybe you want to run it on high, something like that. Shadow quality, I would keep that on low. You don't really need too much of a shadow quality. It can help with your frames and mess up your frames if it's too high. Object LOD quality, you want that as low as it can go. Overall visibility, I like mine to keep around 1500 to 1000. You don't really need to ever go over that. It'll really help with your frames if you lower that. Anti-aliasing, I can't really say that. TAA is what I have on. I think that's the best. Resampling 1x off. Nvidia DLSS, I've heard good things about it. I don't have access to it, so if you want to run it, feel free. AMD FSR 1.0 and AMD FSR 2.2 are all off. HBAO, that's off. SSR, that's off. Anti-trophic filtering, that's off. Nvidia low latency reflex, you want that on, and if you can, on plus boost. Sharpening, I would recommend to at least 1.0, maybe even more, honestly. And for all the bottom settings, I would leave it at default, and for the very bottom settings, I would turn all of them off. You don't need any of the high quality color, the Z blur, grass shadows, none of that. It'll just affect your frames, and there's no reason to have it. After that, go over to post effects. So now that we're over at post effects, we're going to take a look at these settings. These are going to be effects that will affect your game in the aspects of make it brighter, make it more colorful, stuff like that. So we're going to start off by putting the brightness all the way to 100. Saturation, we're going to leave it at 0. Clarity, put it all the way down to -100. Colorfulness, we're going to put that all the way up to 100. Luma sharpen, we're going to put that all the way up to 100. Adaptive sharpen, we're going to leave that at 58. It's a little bit weird one, but put it there and just trust me in the end. We're going to go down and we're going to select Bays Water. And we're going to put the intensity to 12. Now, if you'd like, you could hit visualize, and this can show you what it looks like in RAID. I would recommend to do this and adjust it to what you like the most and what looks the best to you. I'm kind of just showing you what it does here, and you can see how it has effect on the game, and you can kind of see what it's doing.
Granted, I was running out of food, but yeah, you could see the point. So the most important part of this whole video is right here, the Nvidia control panel settings. In order to access this, go to your desktop, right click, and open Nvidia control panel. These settings are going to be really good if you're looking for that really streamer type look where it's very vibrant and stuff like that. You can really adjust these to however you want and make them to your liking. These are just my settings that I enjoy, and maybe you'll like them too. But anyways, navigate down to adjust desktop color setting. Make sure you have your monitor selected that you're going to use for Escape from Tarkov. Go down to color channel, make sure all channels are selected. Then go down to brightness, put that at 50, contrast at 65, gamma at 1.2, and digital vibrance, which is very important, at 90. These are all settings that you can tweak and adjust, and this is totally up to you. I recommend to really mess with this and look at your game and go from there. The next part I want to talk about is up at the top, and it has to do with adjust setting with preview. This is going to all do with frames and getting better frames. So if you don't want to do this part of the video, feel free not to. Make sure you have the second thing selected out of those three. Then you want to navigate down to manage 3D settings. I'm not going to go over every single one unless y'all want me to in a future video. You change them by double clicking it. I was just showing you how to change it. But if you want to pause the video and copy all of these settings, feel free to. I find that these give you a much better chance at gaining FPS inside and throughout your game. But if not, I apologize if they don't work, but they should. So maybe give them a try. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And overall, let me know if these settings work good for you. I know that you're gonna have to adjust it and get used to it for your computer, but with time you can figure all these things out, and I think that these settings will be very good for you. I hope y'all really enjoyed that. I hope that was a good setting tutorial, but now we're gonna get into the raid with all these good settings we have on, right? But yeah, real quick, if y'all made it this far, thank you so much for all the support lately. It has been so fun and so awesome to see my channel growing, and together we're learning stuff and just overall becoming better Tarkov players all together. And I think this community is awesome, and I just wanted to appreciate everybody. But let's get into the raid. So I hear somebody right now. I hear somebody inside there. And unfortunately for him, he tried to run away from me, but he did not make it. For this raid, I'm using the AK-74M, BS ammo, compact scope, TGA suppressor, and yeah. Right here, I'm just reloading my clip very quickly and not even looting the guy because I'm not sure if there's a second one. I'm pretty sure there isn't because I never heard a second person push me. But in the amount of time it takes to load a 50 clip or a 60 clip, I mean, he would have pushed me in that time. It takes way too long to load them 60 clips. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So right now I'm just starting a little loot pile. That way nobody comes and takes my loot. It's all there for me later on in the raid. I enjoy doing it. I always think it's a really good idea to start areas of the map that aren't looted, because there's many times where I've died because I'm sitting here, you know, super heavy. I can't run. I get into a fight, and yes, I can drop my bag there and stuff, but I don't know. I just find it more cool to do that as well. So right here, I'm just peeking over because I heard a little bit of shooting. It sounded like Black Pond, maybe. I wasn't sure. It almost sounded like a scav or something. So I was just going to check it out. I came from underneath in Black Pond. I'm just listening, and I hear wood. Not sure where. So I sit here for a second and I just listen. After hearing glass in a second, I push down and I look out and I see somebody, and I really cannot tell if this is a scav. And I'm so confused how I missed all those shots, but it's all good because, hey, this is Tarkov. Shit happens. He didn't know where I was. He didn't have headphones. That's why you always wear a headset. And I heard this guy looting the freaking bag. I don't know what he was doing. I felt kind of bad because I think they're really new to the game, and honestly, in retrospect, I probably should have just helped them. But oh well, welcome to Tarkov. Have a great Wyatt. Yeah, no. So once again, just filling up clips because you never know whenever there's going to be another person. So why not fill up a clip, get your clip ready, and also you get to listen to see if there's another person. This is going to be ORB room number 1, and that key's pretty good, kind of underrated. It was really bad that time. This guy had a decent Raider shotgun, MOE, black MOE. It's like 30k, so why not have it, use it for my own guns. So here I'm just kind of looking around, seeing if I can find any PvP. I hear some shooting down at K building, so I kind of want to run over there, maybe check it out, give it a little what's up, you know what I mean? Check out the windows, get on the roof, all that good stuff. I don't actually end up seeing anybody right now, but whenever I go back down to D2, I will end up seeing people down there. It's always good to be checking though your surroundings. You never know when you're being watched, so it's always good just to give a good little rundown and check it out, because you also might be watching them and they don't realize it, you know? So you just never know with Tarkov. So I always say, if you think about it and you want to check something, I would always check it. Check everything in Tarkov. I mean, there's rats constantly everywhere. People treat this game like real life for some reason. So I come down here and I wanted to listen for a second, didn't hear anything, so I'm just jumping through. If you didn't know, you could jump on that little pallet and not have to hit water. And I realized there's the dead scav that I killed. But what threw me off is I remember that door open right here. This door was open whenever I came, so I knew there was somebody in here. Did not know they were right there at the door. Get one of them, almost killed the second one. I honestly thought I got the second one. But yeah, I did them pretty bad. I was kind of scared there. He got me pretty good. And once again, I kind of just wanted to listen. He starts nading me. But I just wanted to get my health back up, make sure I'm all good. He's pre-firing and shooting through the glass right now, running through. I started to push him. And this guy's a really bad teammate because he's like running away from him, like his teammate stuff. I did not know where he was. Just trying to send off some pop shots because I heard him push him to the middle. Once again, just reloading clips, listening. I also don't have BS in every mag, so that's another reason why you see me reloading clips so often this raid. I really wanted to make sure I had that in my mag because he did look like he had something decent, I'm thinking. But honestly, I'm gonna spoil it for y'all. This man ran away from his homie. After all of this, he runs away after he almost kills me and his homie gets killed. Like, I'm sorry guys, if your teammate dies, I'm not saying go push balls to the wall, but don't leave your homie stuff behind. Like, it's a video game. Like, we're here to have fun. And if you're gonna leave your homie stuff behind, I feel like that's just like some how should I say this, some cat stuff, you know what I'm saying? Got to keep it YouTube appropriate. But no, yeah, I don't understand that. Right now I'm kind of just listening because I'm in disbelief. I don't believe it that he would leave and run away. So then I start to think, well, if you are gonna leave and run away on a map like Reserve, he's running to D2 to camp me, you know what I mean? There's no other place he's gonna run, in my opinion, I would think, right? Not for sure on that, but that's what I'm assuming. So in this case, and right here I actually hear like a scav, maybe a player scav, maybe a player, something like that out there, because I earlier heard that guy run away. It could be him coming back, I'm not gonna say it isn't, but just the way he ran away like that, I don't see him not like coming back and running around. Like, he ran away very quickly. So yeah, I'm just kind of just looking around. While I'm looking around, I wanted to talk about something else with the channel and where it's going. If y'all are still here, I appreciate y'all. But anyways, I want to get a video out every week, once per week, maybe twice if possible. This week I ran a little bit late on it just because, you know, school, a job, all that good stuff, and being 21, you know, you got stuff to do. But I love Escape from Tarkov. I love this community, and I really appreciate all the growth that I'm seeing in this channel, and I appreciate all the comments. I really do read every single comment, and I comment back to as many of them as I can. But I really appreciate all the support I've been getting. It's been just making me feel like such a great person, and this is what I've always wanted playing Tarkov. You know, this is something that has been really a dream of mine to do, is to do YouTube on Tarkov. I always watch people and I always tell myself, you know, I could do that in my own way, in my own words, and maybe help people like they help people. So I don't know, it's just an idea that I had, and I'm really appreciative for everybody who's stuck it out with me and just has been hanging out with me throughout these raids that I've been commentating. It's a little bit different, I know it's not the same streamer game every single time, but at least it's, you know, different. That's what I look at it and how I really like to see it. But anyways, let's get back into the raid and let's talk about what I'm doing. I really wanted to kill this guy, so I was running from building to building, going back down. I thought maybe that if he heard me run, he would go back for his homie stuff and try to get his homie stuff or something. I don't know. I just thought he wasn't a complete you know, cat. But he is, right? So now I'm just gonna loot all of his raiders, take his homie's stuff now, really loot him up this time, and get this raid moving, because I didn't want to be down here the whole raid. You know, I wanted to check out some other stuff, but you know, it is what it is. That's how I'm looking at it. I can get a little bit of loot, I can go check some stuff out, and yeah, we'll figure it out. I got some loot over here that I forgot about, so I'm gonna go grab this, put it up in the backpack, you know, play a little bit of Tetris, have some fun, throw that on the ground. Insurance fraud, gotta love insurance frauding in this game. I know I'm just rambling at this point, it's just not this most eventful raid, but honestly it was a fun raid, it was a good raid, and this is a settings video. This is just going over the settings, and honestly this is a perfect raid for that. You know, you get the outside, you get the inside, you get the down below, you get all the crazy lighting, and you're on reserve, so it's not the best lighting. So I think it's a good raid video, especially considering the fact of it being a settings video. So yeah, scold me if you want, but I think it's a great video for what we're trying to do. So now I actually want to talk about this. This is a glitch that's been around since Reserve came out, except they fixed it. I want to know y'all's opinion on this. That little dot right there, I think is the guy camping D2 on me. It looks like he's at the stairs maybe from this. If he was in D2, he would be like right below me almost. And the thing that I want to talk about with this glitch is, why is it in the game still? They fixed it like 3 times now, and they left certain spots in the game. So why would they leave that? It's almost like they want you to know if somebody is camping you at D2. I'm not saying that Tarkov did that on purpose. It's kind of crazy of me to say that, but it's just funny to me that they fixed it multiple times and even fixed that exact one at one point, but then brought it back. Almost like they know about it or something. I don't know, just a little bit strange, and a little fun fact that I think about, I guess, or not fun fact, but a little bit thought I think about is, did Tarkov do this on purpose? Right here too. Why would they leave only these 2 spots in the game, and it happens to be D2, like for campers and stuff? You know what I mean? Like, do they want you to know if you're getting camped or something? I don't know. I'm just saying, it seems a little bit strange to me. But yeah, if you don't want to get camped, make sure you do that. I show this because I want it to be fixed, and I also show this because screw every D2 camper and their mama. But yeah, so it's all good though. They should be getting it fixed, but it's been around for years, so it probably won't ever get fixed. Right here, I'm just making sure that that guy that I killed his homie, he isn't gonna just run around the corner and try to flank me or something. So now I know I'm good to get out. Thank y'all so much, seriously, for going through this whole raid with me. I know it might have got boring at points, but you could really get good justice on my settings, what they look like. From now on, this is what all the raids are gonna look like. I did a bunch of research on how to make this the best video for y'all. I put a bunch of time into it, so I really hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.